Hello, it's me, Unicorn Guy again, and I have a new PC finally, and a new video. It's been a month. What happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. My two laptops both died in the same weekend. My Gateway Solo 1450 and my Dell Inspiron 5150. Shortly before the Dell Inspiron 5150 died, I'd replaced the trackpad, and I had been using the Gateway Solo 1450 for so long that when I got back to the Dell, it was almost like using a whole new computer again, and it just felt, amazing to use. I remember looking at the display and thinking how crisp it was, thinking how fast it was, you know, just just kind of almost tripping over how amazing it was. But all those good things must come to an end, and it finally died on me. One night I picked it up, set it down, turned it off. And the next morning I got up, wouldn't turn on at all, wouldn't make any noises, lights, or anything. Turns out, the night I picked it up, I just picked it up, by the corner like this, and somehow with my amazing luck, there is a faulty IC chip right here that, thanks to the Foxconn people at the Foxconn facility in whatever province of China or Asia it is, they did not solder on an IC chip right, or did not put enough solder on it. So therefore, when I picked it up, I broke the solder on it, but yet the PC was still on, and when I turned it off, I guess, it cooled down and everything like that, and then the solder was not touching each other at that point. So therefore, I broke the PC. And I feel kind of bad about breaking it. And a lot of people said I should just resolder it, but I'm thinking I'm myself right now after having this new PC and hopefully having another one on the way. That's probably not worth it, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the parts I can from it, and then when I have all the parts I took from it, I'll just wrap it up and put it on a bookcase somewhere. And then the inverter board on the Gateway Solo 1450, it finally went out on me. So I was pretty much stuck computerless besides the CSI case computer, but I couldn't do anything on there hardly because it has a 16 megabyte video card, 1 gigahertz processor, which I overclocked to 1.02 gigahertz. And even though it has a gig of RAM, it's still not going to do much for me. So I ended up using my mother's laptop for a long time until about Sunday when the charger shorted out on me, and that was quite a fun Sunday afternoon. So I went ahead, just got this thing, all the software on here loaded. When this thing first came to me, the hard drive was dead. It was an 80 gigabyte Hitachi TravelStar hard drive. SATA, by the way. It was seizing up or whatever it was doing. It was making a lot of weird. So I knew right off the bat it was dead and there was no hope for getting it back. So I swapped out the drive with another SATA hard drive that I happened to have that was in the external One Touch 4 mini Maxtor drive. So I pried it open and I got the SATA drive out of it and put it in here, and it worked. I formatted the drive and put Windows XP on here. And it runs, it's pretty zippy, even though it only has 512 MB of RAM. It's Vista compatible, by the way, which I'm never putting Vista on this machine. It has an Intel Centrina Duo processor on here. It has a nice LCD screen. Only 64 megabytes of video though, but I can watch YouTube videos. I haven't tried the resolution. 720p or 1080p, but since 360p is usually good enough for me, and I'm not blind, I don't have to put it at full screen. I can, just sit there and watch on the tiny little YouTube player that's about yay big. I don't do much PC gaming, but recently I have gotten into Minecraft, and Minecraft is very addicting. And so, luckily this thing runs Minecraft okay, but I really could use some more RAM for it. Unfortunately, I don't have any more RAM, so I'll have to just improvise. But it runs this it watches YouTube video quite nicely. I have Firefox 4 running. I have 3 Blogspot tabs open, 1 YouTube tab, 4 forum tabs open, 1 Flickr tab, and 1 Pony Boru tab open, which is like, I guess it's like Firefox. I mean, Firefox. I guess it's like 4chan, but for pony lovers. And I've been to the 4chan forums, which is actually surprisingly tame. Anyway, this is a really nice machine. Unfortunately, the battery does not charge, but fortunately, it has built-in Wi-Fi and a DVD burner, so it's pretty much all ready for it to go, except the battery, which I don't plan on using this very much to move around. I usually stay in one place most of the time, but I like having a laptop because it gives you that ability to, pack up and move. Just say if I was going somewhere, I couldn't easily take this thing with me or another something like this, but I could easily take this with me, even though the battery does not charge. Which I tried fixing. Toshiba decided to apply a BIOS update to it, and they said it might help with the battery, and I tried it. It didn't work. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out the other battery that's in here with another one I have, because the guy actually bought 2 batteries for it, because I assume it must have charged one day, and then all of a sudden one day it stopped charging. So he bought another battery for it, but yet it's not charging. The only thing I have to say about this machine, it's amazing, and I got this thing for $20 off Craigslist. So don't think you can't have a good PC. All you have to do is just be able to talk people down for $50 or $20, which is what I did. Of course, I have to do some things in return for him, like I get his data off of his Sony Vios hard drive, which actually fell from a second-story balcony, and I couldn't even get it to run. So unfortunately for him, he couldn't get the data off of it, but I still walked away with this for $20, and another PC, which is the Sony Vio I mentioned earlier, that fell from a second-story window. So I'm going to have to work with that one. The LCD is totally shattered in it, so I'm hoping the LCD from the Dell Inspiron 5150 will work in it. If it does, that'll be great, and if it charges, that'll be even better. And the best part about the machine is, which you may guys not like, it seemed huge to me, because it just seemed huge to me in comparison to this, which is a more modern thing, but yet the Sony Vio seems like, I can't even describe it. It's just huge. It's not huge like, width big. It's huge like thickness big. And personally, I like that in a computer, is where it's thick. I don't want to use, something that's super thin, because if it's super thin, it's probably going to break a little bit easier. That's just my reasoning to it. So, hopefully I'll get that one fixed up. More likely it may become the most quote-unquote redneck thing I've ever used. But I might be able to get it to work, and I might be able to actually get some use out of it, which is going to be pretty funny, having a PC that I've actually almost entirely rebuilt, and it has duct tape on it, which I don't have any duct tape with me, so I'll have to use medical tape, which that's going to be even more fun. So, alright you guys, since I got a new PC, new videos will be out shortly, hopefully, and they'll be out on a regular schedule again, I hope. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.